This man, whenever he touches a woman, his body heats up to 80 degrees Celsius. His previous girlfriend even died from being burned alive because of it. But the girl, upon hearing this, wasn't scared at all. She gently taunted him, saying if he could catch her in the pool, she would be his girlfriend for a month. The man turned around in confusion, but the girl was already gone from the pool. Just when he thought the girl was just playing around, he turned back. To his horror, he found a terrifying fiery figure, his ex-girlfriend, whom he had burned to death. This terrified him greatly, and he frantically swam towards the shore, with the fiery figure hot on his heels. Judging by the way it looked, it seemed like the fiery figure wouldn't stop until he was burned to ashes. This was the kind of extraordinary hospital where several superpowered youngsters gathered. Wolfsbane, who could instantly transform into a fierce werewolf. The rebellious girl, Magic, wielded the power of the soul, which she conjured herself. She could use magic to achieve space teleportation, while Sunspot absorbed solar energy and released high-temperature flames. Sam's superpower was the ability to generate strong impact through high-speed vibrations, earning him the nickname Cannonball. But he couldn't fully control his ability. One day, a new girl named Mirage arrived at the hospital. Her powers were unknown. In a strange tornado, her entire family perished. Mirage was the only survivor. Dr. Reyes successfully identified her as a mutant using instruments and safely brought her back to the hospital for treatment. Mirage thought this was completely absurd, but the doctor explained that there were other kids just like her. Once it was confirmed that her abilities were not dangerous, they would let her leave. Thus, the girl found herself mysteriously under surveillance. As the doctor asked the kids to share their experiences of first displaying their powers, the defiant Magic looked at them with disdain. She disliked this new girl, but she kindly told Mirage that the other side of the fence was freedom. Mirage took off running. She ran hard but crashed straight into the protective shield, which left her stunned. It was then that Mirage realized the entire hospital was surrounded by a protective shield just like a giant cage. Upon realizing this truth, the girl ran straight at Magic, but a teleportation made her miss completely. Mirage completely broke down, shouting helplessly on the grass, the scene of her father protecting her still vivid in her mind. Suffering from post-traumatic stress, she went to the rooftop, contemplating ending it all. At that critical moment, Wolfsbane called out to her. After some persuasion, Wolfsbane gave Mirage a new sense of hope. On her way back to the bell tower, she nearly fell off, but fortunately, Wolfsbane reacted quickly and saved her. That night, the instruments detected abnormal phosphorus energy levels in Mirage's body. In her dreams, she was being hunted by an unknown entity. On the other side, Sam suddenly felt a shiver down his spine, and the strange noise from the washing machine caught his attention. He tried calling out several times, but got no response. When he entered, he discovered something suspicious. A group of miners were chiseling into the wall, and driven by curiosity, Sam went deeper. At the end of the mine, someone slowly turned around, and to his surprise, it was his long-lost father. His father's 7 orifices were bleeding, and he angrily demanded to know what Sam had done to cause the workers to turn out like this. Sam's power went out of control, and he was instantly shot back to reality. The nightmare replayed itself. The scorched washing machine before him proved that everything was real. Sam looked at it in regret and, in his anguish, he clenched his fists and punched himself. Life at the hospital continued. Dr. Reyes taught everyone how to control their emotions. Magic, however, didn't care about the doctor at all and instead was filled with hostility towards the new girl, occasionally provoking her. After all, Mirage is Native American, so she's no pushover. She didn't hold back and directly clashed with Magic. An inevitable battle between the girls broke out. In the face of Mirage's fierce counterattack, Magic threw out her secret weapon, a glowing sword that seemed invincible, ready to strike Mirage. In a critical moment, Reyes appeared just in time, creating a massive barrier to protect Mirage. Reyes strictly forbade fighting within the hospital, and both girls were immediately sent to isolation. In the dark room, as Magic was about to sleep, she unexpectedly found herself back in her childhood. Just as she finished making her bed and was about to sleep, a strange bald figure appeared at her bedside. When it turned around, it was the terrifying smiley face that scared her the most, instantly waking her up. In the next room, Mirage faced a bloodthirsty mouth. Even worse, the blood flowed through her dream, bleeding into reality. The instruments showed that this was when Mirage's mutant abilities began to awaken. Reyes needed to collect a blood sample to further analyze her specific powers. As night fell, a few restless people went to the attic to cause a commotion. There, they played a game of truth or dare with a lie detector. Under Magic's questioning, Mirage explained her nightmare: a demonic bear. The demonic bear feeds on fear, and as she grew older, the things she feared increased. Therefore, her father had made her a small bear necklace to remind her that the demonic bear was actually not so scary. Magic impatiently interrupted Mirage's story, and when it was her turn for truth or dare, the girl unabashedly boasted that she had killed 18 people in the past. In fact, their entire conversation was clearly transmitted to Reyes through the surveillance system. The next day, led by Magic, a few students drugged the doctor. Once they confirmed Reyes wouldn't wake up immediately, they couldn't hide their excitement, growing bolder and turning the whole hospital into a nightclub. Magic even played dress up, putting on a white coat and imitating Reyes' voice, playfully showing off her performance. Wolfsbane wondered who Reyes' superior might be, while Sunspot believed the doctor's ultimate goal was to train them to become X-Men and work with Magneto to defend world peace. Upon hearing this, everyone fell silent. While no one was paying attention, Wolfsbane led Mirage up the ventilation ducts. Surprisingly, she managed to get Mirage out of the building, and the two of them lay on the grass, enjoying the starlit sky. Even if it was a beautiful prison, it was their own little slice of paradise. Under the moonlight, the atmosphere between them grew more intimate. Soon, they began to pour their hearts out to each other. On the other side, two big guys began to reveal their pasts over drinks. Sam admitted that his energy instability had ultimately led to the death of his father and a large group of miners, something he could never forgive himself for. Sam's raw honesty struck a chord with Sunspot, but when Sam asked him why he had ended up here, Sunspot turned and left. Alone, he lay on the couch, staring at a picture of his ex-girlfriend, feeling melancholic. Suddenly, he was drawn to a beautiful voice. He followed the sound and barged into the pool where Magic was. Sunspot politely asked if he could join her, and Magic not only didn't refuse but even asked him to turn off the lights. Before he could fully enjoy the moment, Sunspot was already smoking. In desperation, he admitted that his solar energy was uncontrollable, which had led to the accidental death of his ex-girlfriend, and that's why he had ended up in this hospital. However, Magic wasn't worried about being hurt. Since they were mutants, they naturally had immunity. Magic teased the boy, but when he snapped out of it, the girl had vanished. Through the surveillance footage, it was revealed that Magic had actually been in her room at that time, and what he had experienced was just an illusion. Sure enough, the one he had been intimate with was his fiery ex-girlfriend. Leading to the earlier scene, the solar energy surge triggered an alarm, waking Reyes from her sleep. The doctor immediately sensed something was wrong and hurried to the scene, arriving just in time to douse the fire with a swift mop. The rampaging Sunspot cooled down, but he insisted that Magic had tried to kill him. Magic was at a loss, and the strange events kept piling up, making the entire hospital feel more and more bizarre and uncontrollable. While taking a shower, Wolfsbane encountered the person who scared her the most: her father, who she had once clawed to death. He was holding a pair of tongs and was about to torture her again. Terrified, Wolfsbane instantly transformed into a werewolf. Unfortunately, the size difference still left her at a disadvantage. When the others arrived to rescue her, a new mark appeared on her body. Strangely, Magic insisted that Mirage was the cause of all this chaos, blaming her for bringing the demon. In a fit of rage, Magic transformed her arm again and instantly choked the girl into another dimension. Under Magic's immense power, Mirage was completely immobilized, but driven by the instinct to protect herself, she glimpsed Magic's deepest fear: the smiley face. In an instant, she transformed into the smiley face, scaring Magic back into reality. Reyes seized the moment and accurately injected a calming dose. Magic muttered that Mirage had invaded their minds. After saying that, Magic collapsed, leaving the others in stunned silence. It turned out that Magic had been bullied as a child, and she imagined those people as smiley faces. The alternate dimension was something Magic created to escape reality, but over time, the more she stayed there, it turned into a real hell. In fact, the 18 people Magic killed were all those who had bullied children and deserved to die. With their hearts laid bare, the misunderstanding between the two girls was cleared up. Then, Mirage went to Wolfsbane's room to apologize, but kind-hearted Wolfsbane didn't hold it against her. Just as they began to live happily, Reyes received an order from higher-ups to destroy Mirage. At the same time, the Essex Corporation, which had been lurking behind the hospital, began to surface. It turned out that this hospital was a subsidiary of the Essex Corporation, designed to extract and exploit the mutant abilities of young mutants. Dr. Reyes specifically sought out young mutants, analyzed them, and then sent them to Essex to be trained as killing machines. Due to the terrifying nature of Mirage's abilities, an order was given for her elimination. Previously, when Reyes conducted tests on Mirage, she saw a strange memory. Wolfsbane realized that the hospital might not be as innocent as it seemed, but before they could dive deeper into this thought, Dr. Reyes interrupted their conversation. Mirage decided to take a risky move, hoping to uncover more secrets. In a change of pace, the psychiatrist's office became a strange place. As Reyes pushed Mirage into an eerie area, as Mirage's powers began to manifest, the bizarre events at the hospital escalated. Magic heard strange noises coming from her room. When she opened the door, she was shocked to see a younger version of herself. At first, she thought she was dreaming, but when the smiley face turned around, she was immediately petrified and ran around with Sam. The problem was, there was more than one smiley face. Even Sunspot, alone, encountered one. He was so frightened that he unleashed a massive energy blast, knocking the smiley face away. Just as Reyes was about to inject Mirage with a lethal dose of green liquid, strange noises came from the ceiling. To everyone's surprise, a small wolf, secretly protecting Mirage, leaped down from above and viciously scratched Reyes half to death. In the chaos, the doctor grabbed a knife and aimed it at Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane fell from above, and Reyes was finally able to escape. Looking disheveled, outside the room, Magic and Sam were caught in a pincer attack. Surrounded by smiley faces, Magic was so terrified that she couldn't use her powers. At Sam's urging, Magic quickly retreated into the alternate dimension and escaped, leaving Sam dumbfounded. He never imagined that Magic would abandon him to fend for himself. Helpless, Sam decided to face the situation head-on. He gathered all his energy, and his body shot out like a missile, obliterating every smiley face in his path. He eventually found Sunspot, and the two successfully regrouped. Unfortunately, as they turned around, they were faced with a whole new group of smiley faces. Just when Sam was about to unleash another blast, Magic emerged from the alternate dimension, delivering a swift and clean light slash, effortlessly taking down the smiley faces. The two couldn't help but be amazed. Afterward, the group met in the office and went through the files saved by Reyes. They immediately learned that the Doctor's ultimate goal was to train assassins and use mutants to fight against the X-Men. They discussed how to escape this cursed place, and since the entire hospital was surrounded by a force field, they decided they had to eliminate that crazy woman. Wolfsbane used her enhanced sense of smell to find the nearly dead Dr. Reyes. Even in her weakened state, she managed to swing up an energy shield, trapping the group with no way to fight back. She said they could leave, but Mirage had to die because her ability was too dangerous. Mirage could peer into a person's deepest fears and manifest those terrifying things, forcing the tragedy to replay over and over until the person was tortured to death. Once uncontrollable forces entered reality, the consequences were unthinkable. Under Reyes' relentless pressure, Mirage finally passed out, but she underestimated Mirage's power. Under extreme fear, Mirage's abilities went haywire, summoning a more powerful and terrifying creature into this dimension. It was the demon bear that had haunted Mirage her whole life. Before Reyes could react, the monster played with her for a moment before killing the Doctor, and the energy shield vanished. The group tried to wake Mirage, but after a lifetime of fear, it was impossible to just stop being afraid. With the demon bear closing in on them, the group retreated to the room, but running away wasn't going to solve anything. Magic decided to face the monster and fight it to the death. She opened a portal, summoning her secret weapon, a sharp blade. With a graceful command, she teleported herself in front of the monster, bringing her otherworldly allies to help tame the demon bear. The battle was about to begin. Using her lightsaber, she made an agile leap onto the beast, leaving a long sword mark. Pterodactyl took the opportunity to shoot blue flames, successfully enraging the monster. The others seized the moment to make a run for the church, and Sam also joined the fight. He bravely faced the beast, releasing all his heat energy to attack the demon bear, but the monster still found a way to break through, shattering the church roof. The beast opened its crimson eyes and greedily stared at its prey. To consume Mirage, the demon bear destroyed the church in a frenzy. Just when it seemed like the group would be in grave danger, Sam managed to strike the beast with his body, even breaking one of its teeth. This enraged the demon bear. It let out a terrifying roar, preparing to eat them all. At the critical moment, Magic appeared, taunting the beast and daring it to come after her. A fierce battle between her and the monster ensued in the church. Unfortunately, the gap in their power was too vast. After only a few rounds, the demon bear swatted her away. Fortunately, Magic used her alternate dimension teleportation to cushion the damage, barely saving her life. Seeing how hard everyone was fighting to protect their companions, the timid Sunspot finally stepped up. He released all his energy, using his Sunspot form to shatter the dark projectiles thrown by the demon bear, then leapt high into the air, delivering a powerful blow. However, it seemed that his attack didn't hurt the monster. As Mirage's fear grew, the demon bear's power also increased. Wolfsbane realized that only Mirage could save herself. She had to confront her fear and defeat the demon inside her, but the shadow of her father's death had always made her run away from reality. At that moment, Wolfsbane led Mirage to the cave where her father died, and Mirage instinctively hid inside. No matter how much Wolfsbane called, Mirage remained unresponsive. After the endless fighting, the group was exhausted. Sunspot was knocked out, and just as the demon bear was about to devour Mirage, Wolfsbane lunged forward, transforming into a wolf. She attacked the monster, but the demon bear was a nightmare made of smoke, impossible to defeat or disperse. Unexpectedly, Mirage's father's spirit appeared in her mind. He encouraged Mirage to overcome her fear, reminding her that she wasn't alone, that her friends were waiting for her. Just as the demon bear was about to drag Wolfsbane away and finish her off, Mirage finally woke up. At her command, the demon bear deflated like a deflated balloon and collapsed. This was the first time Mirage faced her demons head-on, confronting the very thing she had once feared. She told the demon bear to learn to control itself. With her calm heart, the demon bear's power faded, and it became gentle. At that moment, Mirage removed the necklace from her chest. It turned out that the demon bear's true form was a small bear-shaped pendant. By defeating the monster inside her heart, the demon bear vanished. Through this battle, the 5 young mutants finally overcame their inner demons and escaped the secret research facility controlled by Essex, achieving personal growth and awakening.